can go. Oh, it was worth it, I'm sure, in spite of the seat. Yes, sir, it was. Well, see you in the morning. Good night, Donald. More than once in a later time he reflected on the chain of events that had moved him through the years. Donald wondered how differently things might have turned out if he had not met Augustus Pratt that night at the opera. Was it the fact that I shared his tastes that impressed him enough to present me with 2 good seats for the rest of the season? Had that led to those informal conversations, which in their turn had led to more swift assignments and promotions, and that in a roundabout way had led in the end to Lillian, to marriage, and the deadly ruin that came after it? Pratt had grown up in a small town in northern Maine. His father, like Donald's late mother, had been a teacher. He, too, had left for law school, borrowed and worked his way through it, and never returned to the small town. It was this familiar background that made Donald feel particularly comfortable in his presence. "You didn't mention your father," Pratt said. "Or am I intruding with the question?" "Not at all. He died in France in 1944. I was a year old." "To have a son and never see him grow up," Pratt murmured, then gave Donald a penetrating look. "You would have pleased him, Donald. Our profession, despite the abuses of some lawyers, still demands the highest honor and trust. You are going to be an honored name within it." Donald was to remember another day 2 years later. "How would you like to go with me to Singapore next month?" Pratt asked. "There's a bank matter that's come to life again. We'd thought it was settled, but it isn't." "Like it, Mr. Pratt? Oh, yes, I'd like it. Until I came to New York, I'd never been farther than the state capital." Pratt had smiled. "You'll see a lot more than Singapore in your time, Donald." There was so much that he needed to see and do and learn. The world was 1,000 times larger and fuller than he could have imagined. In the courtroom, as part of a team accompanying a senior partner, he saw the human tragedy and the human comedy as he had never seen them. The bright years rolled one into the other. In the 5th year, he was approaching the time when a young lawyer either makes partner or knows that he never will. "I can't talk about it yet, but I assume you have a pretty good idea," said Augustus Pratt, and changed the subject. "Do you think of marrying?" Donald was startled. They were 5 miles above the Atlantic flying home, and they had just been talking about the Federal Reserve. Anyway, the question was more personal than one would generally expect from Mr. Pratt. "No," he said, stumbling over his reply. "I'm in no hurry." "Well, you've been with us going on 6 years, and you haven't met anyone? I thought maybe that English girl you always see when we're in London. She seemed quite lovely that time I met her." "You liked her?" Donald said mischievously. "Because she looks like Mrs. Pratt." "Ah, yes, maybe she does a little. We'll be married 20 years next month." A soft expression crossed Pratt's face. "Someplace right now there's a young woman who is going to give you great joy in life. And let me add that she will be one lucky woman." "Well, we'll see," said Donald, wanting to end the subject. "But up till now, I haven't ever felt about anyone that I'd want to spend the rest of my life with her. Without that, I certainly wouldn't marry her." Scattered among New York's stone towers are a number of small green oases with seats in the shade or in the sun, depending on one's choice. Throughout the day, people come to them to read or eat a sandwich lunch or simply to sit. About 4:30 on a warm afternoon, late in April, Donald sat down in one of these oases and opened the newspaper. He was unusually tired. He had been in the office until midnight the night before and had then spent the greater part of the day in court. Debating within himself whether